Hey everyone, it's Lisa Marie Todd, and welcome to another live episode of An Appetizing Life. I've been gone. I was in New York watching my baby girl graduate from NYU, which was so amazing. But I'm back, I'm live, and I'm excited to be here, yay! We have a lot of good yummy stuff to cook today, and I want to just get to my guests. Hey guests! Hi! Introduce yourselves! Woo. No, you're not going to introduce yourself?
Am I starting on?
See, we missed That was hilarious.
Okay, good. My name is Leah.
I'm Dana.
I'm Dalton.
And I'm Phil.
Okay, so that's nice, but what do you guys do?
We want some more details.
More deets.
We eat.
You eat?
And drank.
What do you do? Where are you from, Leah?
Okay,
Yeah, where are you from?
I'm originally from U City.
Hey, you in the house.
Right? But live in Berkeley, California, and work in Oakland as a teacher librarian at McClymonds High School. So Mac House, if you're watching. Mac House.
Yes.
And
You've seen this girl before.
I'm Dana Pitts Armour with Marley Beet Jammin' and
So good.
Maker of BAM Bourbon and Maple Bacon Jam Chutney and BAM Bourbon and Molasses Barbecue Simmering Sauce.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've heard about you.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, it really is. It's really good. Thanks.
Okay, so my
Spot.
Thanks, Dalton, again. And I actually work for Phil, creating content and doing whatever he needs me to do.
Like today, I made you take out my dog. Sorry.
No, it was totally fine. Dogs are great. I love dogs. I'm glad you have a dog.
And you have a YouTube channel. You can
I
tell
do.
us about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. What are you doing?
I like to be dumb on the internet. No, I just have a lot of opinions that I think the world should know.
Do they have you on
So-
TMZ sometimes?
I
Not
mean,
yet.
occasionally.
Working on it.
No,
right?
no, not yet.
Look at her floating.
It's just something fun I like to do.
Awesome.
Cool.
And me, I'm Phil, and I'm so happy to be here in real life. I've seen photos, I've seen videos, I've hit the road with Lisa, and now I get to be here IRL. And this show looks so amazing. We're so proud of this because we've worked very, very hard on the branding.
Yes, and as you
what
see
do you
today,
do?
speaking
What
of
do you do?
branding,
I own a branding agency.
yes, Phil
And
has,
Lisa's one of my clients, but really one of my BFFs.
yes. Aw.
I love the packaging and branding that you do for her.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah, well.
From the candle line and all of that. It's
I
awesome.
mean, yeah, we've worked together for years. I always tell the story that Lisa was one of my very first clients, my first 3 clients in LA back when I was a little baby.
She made
Yes.
you big. She made you big. Come on, Lisa, my turn.
It's your turn. It's your turn. So speaking of which, this is a moment of just, shameless promotion. There they are. There it is. I have my new Appetizing Life cup. And I have an even bigger one, which is even fun. So all this merch will be available, and we're going to start giving it away. So that'll be really fun. We'll have a little giveaway time here and there. But anyway, let's cook. Now we've had so much fun. What am I cooking today? Well, a few days ago, I didn't know what I was cooking. I had been in New York, and I actually, this is a side note, I've written a one-woman show. And so I put up 20 minutes of it on Monday in a theater, and it was an amazing experience. So for a couple of days, I had to not cook, but I'm back. And what am I cooking? I'm going to get started with some herb chicken breasts. Now, what's cool about these, they're baked, so they're not, they're very healthy. And you can use them for other things. I was thinking, gosh, you could take this and make like a turkey, turkey, I have turkey on the brain. You can make a chicken sandwich with like avocado, guacamole, or whatever. So this is a good thing. Once you cook it, the next day the leftovers are going to be really, really delicious. So it's really easy to do. If you notice, my chicken breasts are flat. So I've taken this contraption, which looks really, really dangerous. You see that? It's got really pointy things. What's cool about it is I pounded the breast flat with it, but if I were trying to tenderize something, bear with me, you would turn it around and do that. You see? So then I could tenderize it. But for what I was doing, for my purposes, it was this way. and I just used it to bang it flat. And that's how I got them so flat. So this is a simple dish. It's going to take about 25 minutes to cook, so that's why I want to get it into the oven really fast. I'm going to brush the one side with this some olive oil. And then I'm going to make a quick little mixture here. And can you pull up the recipe for me, Mike? Mr. Mike? So I have 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts that I've pounded flat, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, a half teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper, the olive oil to brush on the chicken breasts, 2 teaspoons of fresh thyme that I minced, and 2 teaspoons of Italian parsley, which I always love to use. So I'm going to make my little spice mixture, dumping in all of the stuff, the paprika, the onion powder, the garlic powder, the salt. Where's my little pepper mill? Because I want it fresh. There we go. And I'm just going to take a little fork, kind of stir that around. And I'm using the fork because sometimes the onion powder or the garlic powder gets in little clumps. And so I just want to make sure everything is evenly distributed. And we're going to take that and I'm just going to sprinkle it from high. And I'm doing that so it sprinkles evenly. Because if you get it in there too close, it's going to be too concentrated in certain areas. And this is going to be really pretty. The paprika is going to give it a nice smoky flavor, which I love. And we're going to come in and we're going to put that thyme on there, which smells so good. Oh my gosh. There's nothing better than fresh herbs. I mean, like nothing better. And you guys, y'all chime in if you have a question. You're just watching the magic. Watch the magic happen here. So that's one side. I did that. And I'm going to take this, because I'm trying to not touch chicken too much today, and turn it over. 2, 3, and 4. Yay. Ha-ha. And I'm going to repeat the same thing over. I'm going to put the olive oil on there. And like I said, we're going to let this cook for about 25 minutes. I'm going to take it, have it in the oven for about 10 minutes at the 400-degree temperature. At 10 minutes, I'm going to flip it and let it cook 25 more minutes. And test it with my meat thermometer, which it should hit at 165. What did I say? 165. Mike laughed at that. Did that tickle your funny bone?
You're ready for Sesame Street.
I know, right?
And Lisa, because you pounded the meat and
it's going to cook a little. It's going to cook a little quicker, because you think about a breast, because I had to cut them in half. There's a hump, and then it kind of goes down. I pounded that hump out, so now it's all pretty much even. You know what I'm saying? And so, and you want to keep the moistness in. What was that? Found Dana. You guys have jumped into the cocktail already, I see. Randall's not here to say that it's something. Randall, if you're watching, I just talked about you. All right, so that's all. This is going to go in the oven, like I said, 10 minutes, then 25 minutes. Andrea is going to put that in for me. I'm going to set my timer. Yes, Andrea, God, it's so nice to have somebody. I'm not running all around. So I'm going to hit 10 minutes, so I know. There she is. Come back here. Poke your little head in there. Yay, everyone. Thank you. So fun. So that's in. So that is the main protein that you guys will be eating today. I think it's time for a cocktail. Yay! So what do I have on tap today? I just wanted to, this is kind of like a weeknight meal, heavenly meal, whatever, kind of casual. Kind of want something that's kind of like classic. I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I feel like it. Anyway, the problem is, so I'm making a gin and tonic, but I wanted to add a little bit something to it, and I found this great recipe on Sauté, who I love. It's a great online and magazine that I love their recipes, and so it's a cucumber gin and tonic. So let's pull up the recipe for that. And it's 2 ounces of gin, and 2 tablespoons of fresh lime juice, 3 slices of Persian cucumber that I've thinly sliced, I've washed. Do not peel them, and I will show you what those look like. Some tonic water and some fresh lime wedges for garnish. And I just need a little ice. Little ice, thank you. So I'm gonna put 1 ice cube in to the cup, and I'm gonna put, let's do 3, why not, into that. And I'm gonna take my gin, I haven't even drank anything and I can't get the words out. I'm gonna take my gin out and do the 2 ounces, I know, really? Seriously? 2 ounces of the Tanqueray, how's that sound? Could do 3, but you know, I gotta get through this. Here's my 2 tablespoons. Mike's laughing at me again today. I'm comedy, huh, today? I know, I'm just having fun. These are the Persian cucumbers that I've sliced. What I love about these is I can eat, I'm talking while I'm eating, I don't care. I can eat the rind, I can eat the rind on this. And they're actually kind of sweet. I'll sit that over there out of the way. They're actually kind of sweet, so I'm gonna throw that in there, 3 of those. And we're gonna shake that up. I'm sorry, I'm dancing, what? What are you asking? Yes, what do you need to know? I'm sorry, what? Don't choke now.
You're making me laugh.
I'm still shaking. What?
Where do you get those Persian cucumbers? Because they're really cute. I've never heard of them before.
The Persian cucumbers, hi, still shaking. Persian cucumbers can be found at Trader Joe's and at Ralph's and at other different markets. I'm being so goofy today. Most supermarkets have it. I'm just being stupid today. I don't care. One more turn before I pour this in.
I have a question. Here, I'm raising my hand.
Yes, I'll hold my pour.
Oh,
Yes.
is there? I saw you're using Tanqueray. Is there like a? Is that the
Personal
go-to?
choice.
It's just personal choice.
Personal
You do you, boo.
Yeah, you do, like I always say, you do you. You use your gin you like to use. I'm out of it. It's whatever you like. So I'm gonna.
Moment to admire that beautiful copper
Oh yes,
shaker.
copper.
Yes, it's
Thank
beautiful,
you.
isn't it?
Copper is in, gold is in. You know, I do houses, so I'm all into whatever the latest thing is. So this is what I like right now. Anyway, another voice is coming out, but here we go. We're gonna pour that. Ooh, it smells good, right?
It does.
And then I have my, we have to put a little, top it off with a little tonic water, which we like. And I have my little lime wedge. I'm gonna squeeze a bit, throw it in, and guess what? Cocktail time! Cheers, guys! Cheers, cheers, cheers! Yay! Ooh.
Cheers, cheers.
Oh my goodness. That's so good.
It's really good.
So good.
Yeah, you guys are good?
I'm gonna pretend like I haven't
Oh my
already
gosh,
had
it's
10
so
sips.
refreshing.
Such a big
right. Acting like you just started, but clearly.
Big shot, Leah.
So funny.
Don't stop.
So the next thing up that we're going to do, while that chicken is cooking in there, we're gonna move on to the salad, or it could be an appetizer, but the salad you could eat for lunch, you could eat it any time, but it's gonna be your little side, along with some other vegetables I'm gonna do. I was like, are you gonna give it to me? No, you're not gonna give it to me? I'm gonna give it to you. There we go. Kale salad. Now, kale had its moment and has had its moment for quite some time now. I got tired of it, now I like it again, but what I did is I mixed it with 2 different types of kale just for color purposes, because you know I love colorful food, and just to, I don't know, give it something different, a little different dimension. So let's pull up the recipe so you know what's going to happen here. We've got a mixed kale, beet, and apple salad with baked goat cheese. Yum, 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 yum. So I have one, Mike, you're just laughing at me today. So I have 1 bunch of red kale with the ribs removed and cut into strips, which I'm going to show you in a little bit as I move this out of the way. 1 bunch of green kale, 1 Granny Smith apple that I cored, sliced thinly on my mandolin because I'm anal like that and want it to be even slices, but you don't have to use a mandolin if you don't have one. And quartered those, and I actually left the skin on the apple. a 4th cup of red onion that I also sliced on the mandolin, which you don't have to do, that I cut into 1/2-inch pieces. Roasted red and golden beets. If you went on my Instagram, you saw those yesterday. A 4th cup of pepitas, which are just pumpkin seeds that I toasted, and baked goat cheese rounds, which I'll show you how to do those in a second. So before we get started with this, I just want to talk about the kale. The kale. I feel like I'm in a pageant. Thank you. So what I did with the kale, and the best thing to do with this is you want to take this rib out, because obviously that is just not tasty at all. So there's one of 2 ways. You can clean it like you're cleaning greens. I knew someone was going to chime in on that. So you could do what I just did, and I pulled the rib out that way. Or you can take it and come in with your knife and just slice along, and watch your fingers. You see I have my little claw going on there. And just cut that out. And you could do it that way. It looks like a quill, like I should be writing.
You can use that for a centerpiece somewhere.
Yes, you could. Or a hat, like a feather.
Oh, you're fascinating.
And then what I did with this is I just came in and can you see that, Mike? I cut it in little strips, and that's how I got to that. But I have plenty of kale. I'm going to pass that along to you. We'll use that somewhere else later. So I have my kale. Now before, kale tends to be a little bit tough, a little bit chewy sometimes. So I am going to wash my hands real quick. And if you guys have any questions, let me know as I'm going along here. I want to soften this up a bit. So I'm just going to squirt a little bit of olive oil on there and massage the kale. Yeah, just get in there. And if you're mad at somebody, think about them. If you're no. Cook with love, not with hate. This is a true thing. Don't ever cook when you're angry, because I swear it shows up in the, Mike's nodding, it shows up in the food. It just doesn't taste good. So if you're mad, you better order some food in and not try to cook. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to do this, and you can start to see or feel, this is actually really satisfying, I can tell you. You can actually feel the texture of the kale softening, and it'll be easier to digest. It won't be so chewy. And also, I've started off with this, but I've done one of my vinaigrettes. I'm not going to demo it today because I've done it before that I'm using here, but that's going to add to softening it. And you see the volumes also going down.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
I like kale, and I always like it when I eat it out, but then I have it at home, and I'm
It's
like,
not-
I don't like
really know what
this.
to do
Yeah.
with
That's because I don't massage it.
You don't. You got to
Right.
massage it. And
Break
so,
it down a little bit.
yeah, and it is breaking down. You see, this has gone down the volume. Absolutely.
It looks more delicious.
Yes.
Do you ever bake kale?
Like kale
make
chips, you mean?
chips?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're actually talking. I'm going to do some. Well, I shouldn't tell you. It'll be a surprise. But I'm doing another type of chip coming up. That'll 2 different types of chips with something I'm going to cook. I'm not telling you my secrets. But look at that. The volume has just gone down. So don't worry that you have too much kale with 2 bunches. Look at that. It's like.
I've heard some people use lemon juice.
You could, yeah, the oil though, it's something with the oil that breaks it down and softens it. And I could keep doing this, but I want to be done in an hour, so let me wash my hands. You know what I'm saying? Well with that, guess what that means? I have to turn that over. So go to my friends over there and talk amongst yourselves while I turn this chicken over.
We're going to drink amongst ourselves.
Drinks amongst
if you don't
yourselves.
mind.
So I'm taking the most delicate of sips because I never want it to end.
Do you guys have any
You don't wanna throw it out, 'cause
questions
you're not
at
gonna
this
make
point?
it
Do you guys have any questions?
Well, I just learned how to massage my kale, so I'm good.
Yes.
And I did get inspired by the kale and came up with an idea, so that is very good.
What's your idea?
See what that sparks. I can't tell yet, but it's going to be a good one.
Do you cook?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Well, I try, but I burn my cereal. Like, I'm not a cook.
Oh, no.
But I try sometimes. The only thing I can cook is like
Water?
a chicken. Yeah, basically. Like chicken in a pan on the stove sometimes. But usually I make the fire alarm go off. So
Oh my goodness.
I have to open
Well, we
all the
gotta keep you out of the
windows.
kitchen.
Yeah.
That is not your place.
I'm back. I'm not going to burn anything, I promise. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So my kale has gone down in volume. It's all good. So now I'm going to add in all this other yummy stuff. So I'm going to add in my beets. Now, like I said, you saw the beets earlier on Instagram if you go on there. And I just want to pull up the recipe really fast and talk about this really quickly. So my beets, I doubled up the color because, again, I love colorful food. So there's one bunch of golden beets, one bunch of red beets, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme, teaspoons, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, and a ½ teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. I just roasted these for, on I think it was 400 degrees for about 40 minutes. And I flipped them halfway through. And the great thing about these could be a side just by themselves, you know. But I wanted them in this yummy, yummy stuff, so I'm going to dump those in there. Now, the other thing is I did, these have been kind of marinated in my dressing. So they're going to have a little bit more flavor, even more so than when I just roasted them. So I'm going to add that in. And then I have my apples, and like I said, they're very thinly sliced. As you can see, I left the thing on there. And I put a little lemon juice on these just so they don't turn so brown. Otherwise, yeah, the lemon juice, the acid will help. You know, you could do that on avocado too to keep it from browning. So if you have anything that as soon as it hits the air and it oxidizes and starts to change color, a little lemon juice, a little lime juice just will slow that process down a little bit. So I'm going to add those apples in. That's going to give a little more sweetness to the whole thing. I'm going to save that to put on top. And then red onion, just because I like red onions. It does smell good. And it adds another dimension to this whole thing, you know. So we've got that. And then I have my roasted pepitas, which are just, all these are pumpkin seeds. And I'm just going to sprinkle a little of that in there.
So there's like pumpkin seeds without the shell?
Yeah. So let's kind of mix, a little crunch. So that is that. So now I want to dress my salad just a tiny bit. So I made one of my famous dressings. Yay! And it's very simple. It is a red wine vinegar with olive oil, with a little Dijon mustard, with a little shallot in there, some salt and pepper, shake, shake, shake. And like I said, make this, you have it all week to use. I'm just going to lightly dress it. And Dana, yes, I will leave the bottle over there with you.
You can drink it.
So you can drink it. I just want to lightly, not knock over things, lightly dress it because I already put the oil on there, remember? So we don't want it to get too crazy. So that's the salad. Now, but I'm not done yet. We're just going to set that aside. I'm going to ask you to give me that back in a second. So we need to top it off with something a little crunchy, a little salty, a little creamy. What could that be? Cheese! Yay! Cheese, please. So, I know, I love cheese. You understand? I love cheese.
I know.
I'm actually going to post this cheese. There's a little French deli that I like to go to, and we ate it. Was it good, Mike?
Good stuff.
Was it good?
So creamy.
Yes.
This cheese was amazing, so I'm going to post a picture of it. So I'm always on the hunt for new cheeses, but one of my go-tos, is the goat. They got very concerned when we were prepping for right before. I said to Andrea, I said, put the goat over there, and I'll do the goat later. And I see everybody's face kind of go. They're kind of like, is she serving goat today? I said, no, goat cheese. I call it goat. Just whatever. I need the egg whites and the little pan, that little one. So I have egg whites. So, when you do fried goat cheese or baked goat cheese, normally it's a full egg and it's breadcrumbs. So I was trying to lighten it a little bit, and I always try to take my recipes and lighten them a little bit. So what I've done, pull up the recipe. So we have 4 ounces of goat cheese that's been sitting in the refrigerator. I want to make sure it's cold. Cut into half-inch slices. 1 teaspoon of fresh thyme, and let's see, a half teaspoon of kosher salt, a 1/4 teaspoon fresh ground black pepper, 2 egg whites, and a 1/2 cup of panko. And that's where I'm going to get that crunch. I love this stuff. I've done the chicken nuggets with this, so it fools you into thinking it's fried, but it's not fried. But it's just a way around that, because I love crunchy food. That's my thing. I'm salty crunchy. Who's salty crunchy out there?
So you're whipping the egg?
Yes, I'm giving the eggs just a tiny bit of a whip. And I'm going to take the panko, and we're going to do like the dredging. We're going to go from one thing to the other.
So that's going to be pretty cold, right? Because it'll just
Yeah, you want it to be cold, and I'm just going to cover that.
Can you freeze it?
You could. I wouldn't. You know, milk products frozen tend to, I mean, not, well, ice cream obviously, but I don't know. Frozen cheese doesn't come back from it for whatever reason, you know?
Just keep it chilled.
Yeah, I would just keep it as cold as you can. And it's so funny.
You guys talking about
And you know what?
I couldn't even tell you.
Talking about chili.
Yeah.
I just realized I left something out, so somebody isn't going to get some thyme. Sorry. I didn't throw the thyme in there. You didn't see that.
No time for you.
No time for you. I have no time for you. See, you made me break my cheese over here. It sounds so weird. Oh my gosh.
Break the goat.
I broke the goat. That's okay. That'll be my piece to nibble on. Okay, so we're going to put that in there. 2 more. And that's just going to hold it together and give it a little crunch. And there we go. I'm going to pass that to you. I'm going to wash my hands because I'm using egg product and don't want that. And so, move that out of the way. There's that. That's going to go into the oven. And I have it on 350. And I'm going to have it in there for about 6 minutes. And it should actually time out with my chicken very close to that. So we're going to just let that, isn't that good? Yay. Yay, perfect. So that's that.
Voila.
So that's going to bake. While that's baking, we're going to do the one last thing, one last side dish. Do you guys know what that is? No?
I'm waiting.
So it's springtime, asparagus, right? So I couldn't help but find these. They were yummy. They were nice and thick. They weren't those skinny little skinny-ass asparagus. I have no skinny-ass asparagus. I have to say it like that because that is so unsatisfying to see like those little strings of asparagus. I want some hearty, like, I want a manly asparagus. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, it's that kind of show today. I'm gonna stop. I gotta stop. Anyway, so I'm doing a very quick saute that'll be a nice complement to the chicken breasts that are cooking right now. And I'll pull up the recipe. It's an asparagus, mushroom, red onion saute. And if you notice, I've used a lot of the same ingredients throughout all of these things today because I like everybody to try to use their ingredients up rather than you use part of it and not. So I try to make the menus so that you can reincorporate stuff. So I would say today's herb of the day is thyme because I have time for you today. Yay. So in there we have 1 bunch of asparagus with the ends trimmed, cut into 1-inch pieces. A half of a red onion, thinly sliced and cut into 1-inch pieces. 8 ounces of fresh mushroom slice, 2 teaspoons of thyme, 3 tablespoons of olive oil, and kosher salt and freshly ground pepper to taste. And with that, we're gonna go over to my favorite spot over here and get going. Hi, I've moved, I'm over here now. Any questions, let me know. Unfortunately, because of my Wi-Fi, I'm not being able to see any questions you guys have watching the show, but I will answer them afterwards. And speaking of afterwards, pop back on afterwards, about 5 minutes or so. We're going to go live again, and we're going to do some really cool things with this 360-degree camera. I'm a little frightened of it. You are able to kind of, as the camera's doing what it does, you can kind of look around and see all the madness that's going on here in Appetizing Live. You can even look up at my chandelier if you wish. And I've been wanting to do like a little after show thing, because that's when the fun kind of really happens. We sit around, we finish off the food, we have the rest of the cocktails, open a bottle of wine, and heaven knows what might be said, but that's the fun part, because you know what? If I was throwing a dinner party, that's exactly what would happen. So that's why I like to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get my onions going over here. You guys are awfully quiet over there.
I'm just so excited.
You're just so excited.
And the smells just keep getting better and better.
Yay.
And better.
So,
Delicious.
yay. That's what I want. I want you guys to have happy memories at my house, not sad memories. So I'm going to let this just kind of do its thing. I was going to use leeks. I talk about my process here. I was going to use leeks, but like I said, I already had the red onion, and I thought, that's one more ingredient to buy, and how much do you use leeks after the fact, right? Unless you're making like a potato leek soup. Yeah, potato leek soup or something like that. So, you know, I'm always trying to find ways to reuse, repurpose, keep using, whatever. So that's why I have chosen that. I'm going to add in my asparagus, because that's going to take a little bit longer to cook.
Did you use the entire asparagus?
I did not. I cut off the ends, because the ends, that's where it's a little bit, unless you have a stringy ass asparagus like I talk about. The ends are stringy and they're tougher to eat. And what you can do, which I was showing Mike, which I'm very excited, is if you take that, after you take that really hard part off, the next section up, if you start to kind of slice them very, very thinly, you can then take that and saute that. And that's how you can use that, you know, that part that's a little bit hardier, a little bit tougher. That's another way to keep using as much of your food as you possibly can, you know. But that very end, it's just no good. The best part is the tip to me, you know. That's what I like. And a lot of people don't like asparagus for various reasons. I won't get graphic, but they don't like it. It's just not their favorite food. So I think when you start to incorporate other vegetables in there and get the seasonings going and all that, it's a delicious vegetable, I think. That's just me. So I'm going to put a little salt on that, get that going. And my little peppermill. I always use kosher salt, yeah, or sea salt. I use Himalayan pink sea salt, Himalayan pink salt sometimes. It just depends on what I'm doing, but for the most part, it's always the kosher salt, and that's what I used when I was in school part-time, in culinary school part-time. Always had the kosher salt at the handy, and that's what that is. Okay, so like I said, the herb of the day is thyme, and guess what I'm using now? Thyme. More thyme. Because I got thyme, you got thyme, I got thyme. So I'm going to add a little bit more of that in there. And I'm going to go ahead and put these mushrooms in there. Regular mushrooms, yeah, nothing special. They're not shiitake. Now you could put shiitake in here. That would actually be really delicious. That's one of my favorite mushrooms. But you know, you can always find these button mushrooms. They're there. They're at every place, every turn market. I'm going to put the rest of this in because I like to layer. A little bit more salt. What's going on over there? Oh, you're smelling it? They're ready to eat. So that's going to go. Whoop, I got a rogue mushroom that just jumped out. I'm just going to let that cook. And what I want to do, I'm going to cover this up because of the asparagus being a little more hardier, like I said, and so I get it cooked evenly. I'm just going to cover this for a little bit to help quicken the process and soften. But with that, I think you guys are ready for a salad, right? So good. So let's get the salad going over here. And I'm going to take out these. Oh, that's hot. Don't touch. Don't touch it.
Mommy just came.
Mommy just, I was like, Mom, just don't touch it. Otherwise, we'll be stopping the show and going to the emergency room, and I don't want to do that. So, we're ready for your beet salad, folks. Woo! Yay.
Lisa, Kevin says, hello all.
Hey, Kevin.
And
Yay, we got somebody it through. Oh, that means the chicken's done. Perfect timing. Look at that.
That was perfect timing, Lisa.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't wait to try this massaged kale.
I've massaged it well. Anybody who's had my massages knows. Don't anybody say anything on social media about that. I'll be very upset. Some things must remain secret. Some techniques must remain secret. Why am I talking in that voice now? Anyway, I'm sorry.
I have a quick question
Yes.
about when you saute vegetables like that, I always assumed, and as I'm thinking, I don't know where from, but that to always use some garlic, is that just, I don't know.
Well, because I'm using onion in this particular dish, I chose not to do the garlic. Because I am a garlic lover. Please believe I love my garlic. So what I'm going to do is, just to make it pretty, I'm going to throw, you didn't see that piece of apple that just fell on the floor. If I had a dog, it would pick it up. I have a cat. She will do nothing. She's kind of like, she's a cat. But I'm going to sprinkle some more of the pepitas on there. I gave you a little bit more of that. And I'm going to take these beautiful little crunchy things. That one got away. You didn't see that. And put it on top. And there you have it.
Wow.
I like this one. There's your kale salad. Just like that. Bring that over to you guys.
Thank you. Oh my God, it's beautiful.
Beautiful, thank you.
that's not just a kale salad, that's a massage.
Massaged kale salad. Massaged with love. Because that's what I do.
Yeah, you do.
There you go. Bon appetit. Enjoy.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Batiste.
I'm sorry. I'm going to be a millennial and take a photo of this before I eat it.
And
So I'm
we
gonna-
need the jar. Don't forget.
So funny. I'm just checking on the
Do I like
asparagus right now, and it's coming along nicely. You guys seem happy over there. The millennials over there taking their Instagram photos.
Yeah.
And
Are we not supposed to go yet?
keep a piece of goat cheese for her.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. I'm sure she
That's so
does.
I'm going to take a picture too.
you know what? While you guys are over there eating, I'm pulling something out of the dishwasher. And hold on. Before you cut back to me, Mr. Mike. How you guys doing over there?
Taking pictures on the photo moment.
This kale
contact
tastes massage.
Does
No, it
it
actually
now?
does. It actually does. It's so good.
Okay. So with that, we're trying not to burn ourselves here. Bear with me. Okay, just like that, we'll come back to this. And there's your chicken. Yay! All done, all tender, all hot. So how's your massage thing going on over there? It's
So good.
partially because I roasted them first and then I let them marinate in my dressing, my magical dressing.
Where is that, by the way?
I'm bringing it over to you, don't worry. So I'm going to make sure that this is ready. I'm going to do a little tasty test here. Make sure it's like, the asparagus is ready. The chicken is ready. And I'm just going to take these plates. And I'll do that. I'm kind of all over the place today. Let's get a spoon. And there, look, we'll get the shot here from here. And I'm just going to spoon a little bit on each plate, making a big mess, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? Hold on one second. how are you guys doing over there?
Great. Oh my gosh, the beets are so delicious too. You use yellow and red beets.
I did, because you know, like I said, I love colorful food. There we go. Now I can properly do this.
Kale is delicious.
I love the sweetness of the apples.
I also love the substitution of the it not being fried instead with
Right.
the
Breaded.
breadcrumbs.
Right.
I love that.
So I'm gonna spoon out this for you guys on your plates. Yay! This is like Sunday dinner or something, right?
It seems like you could eat that by itself.
You could. This is totally.
Like a vegetarian dish.
I need a wider countertop today. I got so much food going on. Anyway, so there is that with. I'm gonna plate somebody's just because I can. Thank you. And there. There you go. Ta-da!
Beautiful.
So Andre, I'm gonna give that to you and plate the rest of these for you guys. Somebody's getting a piece of time. It's so pretty.
I'm already figuring out my schedule next week to
Just show up every Thursday, you know.
So there's that.
Wow.
Bon appetit.
Wow.
There you go. If I'm serving from the wrong side, oh well.
Oh well.
Girl.
Oh well.
That's the least of our worries.
Seriously.
So, you guys take your few bites. Take a quick bite of that. See how things are going. I have to come over since we're over there. Yeah? We're good. Oh, there's the rest of the dressing. Look, I'm like Mom hovering. Eat your vegetables.
Oh my gosh. The sauteed vegetables are so good.
Yay!
Yes, delicious.
Yay, yay, yay.
You sauteed them with just olive oil and garlic?
And love.
Yeah, no garlic.
And love. Yay! You guys, everybody seems so happy over there.
I
Like,
love this.
I'm in heaven.
yay! Well, you guys, that's it. I have no more food. I'm done. No. This was like such a fun show. This is a great meal. I know it's Memorial Day coming up on Monday. You certainly could do this kale salad or any of this stuff if you want to, or do it over the weekend if you have people, you have people over staying in for the weekend. Pretty easy to do. We got through it in about 42 minutes. So, that's a fair amount of food in a little bit of time. Are you guys chewing before so you can talk?
This chicken is so good.
Yay!
Delicious.
Yay! I want to thank you guys for coming and filling your bellies over there.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
It's a pleasure. And thank you guys for watching again. It's always so much fun to do this. I love going live. You can find me in all these various social media places: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest. And please email me recipe ideas. That's my personal Appetizing Life email. You can email me there. And I would love to collaborate with people. I'm starting to do that more and more, which is great. Or if you do one of my recipes and you switch it up, let me know, because I'm always learning. I'm about learning. And my recipes, like I say, they're just a base, a foundation for you to play and experiment in the kitchen, because it's so much fun. I love doing it. So thank you again. Like I said, stay tuned. We're going to try something new with a new piece of camera equipment, so you can see a little bit of the after show and see a camera kind of go around 360.
You get to be the camera.
I get to be the camera that's right. So you can control what you want to see on your phone by moving it around. It's very, very cool. So give it a try and let me know. Hit me up on what you think about that. And thank you again. I will see you next week live with some more yummy stuff. And I'm excited. Summer's coming. We're going to start doing some outdoor stuff and going on location and having some fun. But with that, thank you guys. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the rest of the week. And I will see you next week. Bye.